Next topic. Add a schedule to a Niagara, N4, station. JJ the boss rolls up in the Niagara 4 Impala, hydraulics bouncing to the beat of a perfectly timed schedule. Ayo, fam. Time to drop some schedule science with the Niagara 4 Chicas ride-in shotgun in this compressed air supercharged time machine. We bout to make this exhaust fan dance to the perfect rhythm, no auto-tune needed. Step 1, the schedule showdown, aka Leah takes the wheel. Right now, our exhaust fan is willed and out, just reacting to temps like sky bree at a surprise drop. But we need order like Leah running the auxiliary cord at a block party. Open the schedule palette, that's the Impala's glove box full of secret timers. Drag out a Boolean schedule, name it Cafe Hustle no spaces, or Tweedle Lady Z will throw syntax hands. Set the default equals unoccupied, because even bosses need downtime. Where it sits? Dashboard, right next to Leah cause she owns time in this ride. Step 2, programming the hustle, aka Miriama K's clockwork precision. Double-click the schedule. Now we in scheduler view, where Monday-Friday equals occupied, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., like Miriama K's flawless sensor readings. Weekends equals unoccupied, aka the Dormouse nap time. Pro tip, right-click Monday's block, apply M2F, boom. All week set faster than the white rabbit late for a meeting. Facets matter. Change true/false to occupied/unoccupied, so even Tweedle Sandra Z gets it. Step 3, the priority tug of war, aka Sky Bree vs. The override. Now, hook the schedule out rightward arrow exhaust fan, priority 16. Problem, the T-stat, priority 10, is still fighting for control like Sky Bree stealing the auxiliary back. Solution, double-click the T-stat rightward arrow, enable null on inactive, this makes it chill when temps are normal. Now, during schedule hours rightward arrow fan obeys the schedule, Leah's rules. If temp hits 76 degree F plus rightward arrow T-stat snatches priority 10, Sky B emergency override. Chaos level 10 moment, the Jabberwock equals corrupted clock, schedule glitches. Check your time binds. The Cook's Pepper equals overlapping events, Miriama K sneezes at double book slots. Tweedle Twins equals arguing over AM/PM, is 3 p.m. afternoon or evening. Final boss mode, testing the system. Set space temp to 74 degrees Fahrenheit rightward arrow fan follows schedule, smooth like airbagged suspension. Crank temp to 78 degrees Fahrenheit rightward arrow T-stat takes over, fan goes brrrr like a supercharger kickin' in. Mic drop. Now you got a schedule tighter than the Queen's Croquet rules, with Leah equals master of time, schedule. Miriama K equals temp watchdog, T-stat. Sky Bree equals emergency override queen, priority 10. Stay on time, playa, or the Queen will call for your schedule's head. Impala screeches away, exhaust fan bump into the beat. Alice's most curious schedule adventure in Niagara Wonderland. One perfectly ordinary afternoon, Alice was staring at a very cross-looking exhaust fan when, poof. A white rabbit in coveralls dashed past shouting, "Oh my circuits and gears. The Queen's HVAC trial is starting and I'm late for tea time." Down the server rack hole Alice tumbled, landing in Wonderland's control room where the Mad Hatter was force-feeding time schedules to a very sleepy Dormouse. "No room. No room," cried the March Hare, spilling steaming tea all over a Boolean schedule cake labeled "Eat Me," occupied/unoccupied. The Caterpillar, lounging on a stack of alarm clocks, blew smoke rings, to control my fan. "I'm Alice, and I just want to wrong," interrupted the Caterpillar. "You must first consult the schedule mushroom." He handed her a tiny drink me vial labeled priority array. Chapter 1, The Queen's Croquet Clock. The Queen of Hearts, who suspiciously resembled Leah bellowed, "Schedules. Schedules everywhere. But who controls my fan? Off with their clocks." A nervous playing card whispered, Boost. Right-click the config tree like the Cheshire Cat right-clicks reality. Alice did so and created cafe schedule. Instantly, the King of Hearts, a fussy old grandfather clock, declared, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. All other times are treason. Chapter 2, The Tweedle Time War. The Tweedle twins, possibly Lady Z and Sandra Z, began arguing violently. It's a.m. No, it's p.m. You're both wrong, it's tea time, shouted the Mad Hatter, throwing his broken pocket watch into the soup tureen of system time. The Griffin sighed, just use apply M2F like sensible creatures. Alice right-clicked Monday's schedule block and, zap. The whole week filled with perfect timing, except Wednesday, which turned into a jabberwock of overlapping events. Chapter 3, The Fan's Trial by Temp. The Mock Turtle sobbed into his scheduler, but what about when it gets too hot during unoccupied hours? Woe is me. The Cheshire Cat's grin appeared on the T-stat. Simple, my dear, set null on inactive and let the schedule rule, unless. Unless what? Alice cried. Unless the Queen demands override, roared the Queen, snatching priority 10 for herself. When I say it's hot, it's hot. The moral, or lack thereof, as Alice woke at her desk, she heard the Cheshire Cat's fading laugh. Every schedule is mad here, but check your null values and you'll be almost on time. Somewhere, a dormouse mumbled about deadbands and went back to sleep in the priority 16 time slot. The end, unless your setpoint changes. Which it always does. Next topic. Simulating the value of an input in a Niagara, and 4, station. JJ the boss rolls up in the Niagara 4 Impala, hydraulics bouncing like a simulated sensor gone wild. Ayo, fam. Time to drop some simulation science with the Niagara 4 Chicas ride-in shotgun in this compressed air supercharged data machine. We bout to fake it till we make it SimCity style. Step 1, the setup, aka Miriama K's virtual reality. Right now, your space temp sensor is chillin' like Miriama K in the back left airbagged seat, steady, reliable, but boring. Let's spice it up with some simulated drama. Right-click your numeric writable, that's your space temp point, the one actin' all innocent. New simulation numeric simulator, name it fake it till you make it or Tweedle Lady Z will fight you over naming conventions. Set the default value equals 72 degrees Fahrenheit, like Leah G's perfect AC setting. Where it sits? Dashboard, right next to Sky Bree, cause she loves chaos. Step 2, the simulation showdown, aka Sky Bree versus reality. Now, let's make this simulator pop off like Sky Bree at a surprise concert drop. Double-click the simulator, rightward arrow, open the simulation tab. Choose your chaos mode, constant value equals boring mode, like the dormouse napping. Ramp equals slow ride, smooth like airbagged suspension. Random equals full chaos, like the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. Sine wave equals up and down, like Tweedle twins arguing. Set the range, example 65 degrees Fahrenheit to 85 degree F, like the Queen of Hearts mood swings. Step 3, the override tug of war, aka Leah G takes the wheel. Now, hook the simulator out, rightward arrow, space temp in. Problem, the real sensor is still fighting for control like Leah G versus Sky Bree in a DJ battle. Solution, right-click space temp, rightward arrow, override. This is priority 8, like Leah G politely asking to take over. Watch the magic, simulator running, rightward arrow, fake values take over, Sky B Wilden out. Override released, rightward arrow, real sensor values return, Miriama K restoring order. Chaos level 10 moment, the Jabberwock equals corrupted sim data, values go negative. Check your binds. The cook's pepper equals too much randomness, Miriama K sneezes at erratic numbers. Tweedle twins equals arguing over min/max values, is 85 degrees Fahrenheit too hot. Final boss mode, Testing the system. Crank the simulator to random rightward arrow. Watch space temp bounce like the March hare on espresso. Trigger an override rightward arrow. Leah G forces a value, like 76 degrees Fahrenheit or else. Release override rightward arrow. Miriama K calmly restores real data. Mic drop. Now you got a simulator crazier than the Hatter's Tea Party, with Miriama K equals real data queen, when you need truth. Skybree equals simulation chaos, when you wanna test limits. Leah G equals override boss, when you must take control. Simulate smart, Playa or the queen will call for your fake data's head. Impala screeches away, simulator values bouncing like hydraulics. Alice's most curious simulation adventure in Niagara Wonderland. One perfectly ordinary afternoon, Alice was staring at a very sleepy temperature sensor when, poof! A white rabbit in a lab coat sprinted past shouting, "Oh my bits and bytes! The Queen's simulation trial is starting and I'm late for tea time." Down the server rack hole Alice tumbled, landing in Wonderland's data garden where the Mad Hatter was force-feeding random numbers to a very confused Dormouse. "No data! No data!" cried the March hare, spilling binary tea all over a numeric simulator cake labeled "Eat Me, 65 degrees Fahrenheit to 85 degrees Fahrenheit." The caterpillar, lounging on a stack of SD cards, blue smoke rings, "Huoaaaaara to simulate my reality." "I'm Alice, and I just want to wrong," interrupted the caterpillar. "First you must choose your chaos level." He handed her a tiny drink me vial labeled Override Priority 8. Chapter 1, The Queen's Data Croquet Match. The Queen of Hearts, who suspiciously resembled Leah G, bellowed, "Simulations! Simulations everywhere! But which is real? Off with their decimal points." A nervous playing card whispered, "Best. Right-click the sensor like the Cheshire Cat right-clicks reality." Alice did so and created fake temp. Instantly, the King of Hearts, a fussy old analog gauge, declared, 72 degrees Fahrenheit shall be the law. All other values are treason. Chapter 2, The Tweedle Data War. The Tweedle twins, possibly Lady Z and Sandra Z, began arguing violently. "Set it to random." "No, use sine wave." "You're both mad, use constant like normal people," shouted the Mad Hatter, throwing his broken thermometer into the soup tureen of system values. The Griffin sighed, "Just pick one and click apply like sensible creatures." Alice selected random and, zap. The numbers began dancing wildly, except for Wednesdays, which turned into a jabberwock of negative values. Chapter 3, The Sensor's Trial by Fire. The Mock Turtle sobbed into his data log, "But what about the real temperature? Woe is me." The Cheshire Cat's grin appeared on the override button. "Simple, my dear, click override and fake it, unless." "Unless what?" Alice cried. "Unless the Queen demands reality," roared the Queen, snatching priority 1 for herself. "When I say it's 76 degrees Fahrenheit, it's 76 degree F." The moral, or lack thereof, as Alice woke at her desk, she heard the Cheshire Cat's fading laugh, "Every simulation is mad here, but check your override priority and you'll be almost truthful." Somewhere, a Dormouse mumbled about calibration and went back to sleep in the default value field. The end, unless your simulation glitches. Which it always does. Next topic. Add a holiday calendar to a Niagara, and 4, Station JJ. The boss rolls up in the Niagara 4 Impala, hydraulics bouncing to the holiday beat. Ayo, fam. Time to drop some holiday schedule science with the Niagara 4 Chicas ride-in shotgun in this compressed air supercharged calendar machine. We bout to make the system flex for holidays like Leah G flexes her override power. No days off for this boss. Step 1, the holiday setup, aka Leah G takes a day off. Right now, your cafe schedule is working 24/7 like Sky B at a New Year's Eve rave. But even bosses need holidays time to add some exceptions. Drag a calendar schedule from the palette, that's the Impala's glove box where all the secret holiday magic lives. Name it Holiday Flex, no spaces, or Tweedle Lady Z will throw a syntax tantrum. Double-click to open Now You in the AX Calendar Scheduler view, where holidays get lit. Where it sits? Trunk VIP section, next to Miriama K, cause she never misses a detail. Step 2, adding holidays, aka Sky BS Chaos Mode. Time to add some exceptions like the Queen of Hearts adding off with their work days, to the calendar. Click Add rightward arrow New Year's Day, January 1st, any year, rightward arrow boom. Automatic forever. Memorial Day equals last Monday in May, the system calculates it faster than the Mad Hatter solving a riddle. Christmas Day, December 25th, rightward arrow no work, just cookies. Pro tip, use any year for holidays that repeat like Tweedle twins arguing every Thanksgiving. Step 3, linking to the schedule, aka Miriama K's Precision Override. Now, hook the holiday calendar rightward arrow cafe schedule so it knows when to chill. Double-click cafe schedule rightward arrow special events tab. Add event rightward arrow holidays rightward arrow reference the holiday flex calendar. Right-click the 24-hour block rightward arrow unoccupied all day, like the Dormouse on vacation. Chaos level 10 moment, the Jabberwock equals corrupted holiday date, deck 32. Check your binds. The Cook's Pepper equals overlapping events, Miriama K sneezes at double-booked holidays. Tweedle twins equals arguing over time zones, is Christmas today or tomorrow in Australia. Final boss mode, testing the system check Memorial Day, May 25th, rightward arrow cafe stays closed, like Leah G on her day off. Normal Monday. Rightward arrow 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., back to business, like Sky B after a power nap. Christmas Day. Rightward arrow closed, even the Queen of Hearts can't override this one. Mic drop now you got a holiday schedule smoother than the Hatter's Tea Party, with Leah G equals holiday override queen, priority 1 for vacations. Miriama K equals calendar watchdog, keeps dates accurate. Sky B equals chaos mode, for last minute holiday ads. Flex those holidays, playa, or the queen will call for your calendar's head. Impala screeches away, holiday lights blinking like override commands. Alice's Most Curious Holiday Calendar Adventure in Niagara Wonderland. One perfectly ordinary afternoon, Alice was staring at a very cross-looking schedule when, poof! A white rabbit in a tiny Santa hat dashed past shouting, "Oh my circuits and gears! The Queen's holiday trial is starting and I'm late for my vacation." Down the server rack hole Alice tumbled, landing in Wonderland's calendar control room where the Mad Hatter was force-feeding dates to a very confused Dormouse. "No holidays! No holidays!" cried the March Hare, spilling eggnog all over a calendar schedule cake labeled "Eat Me, December 25th." The caterpillar, lounging on a stack of calendar pages, blew smoke rings, to declare holidays. "I'm Alice, and I just want to wrong," interrupted the caterpillar. "First you must consult the holiday mushroom." He handed her a tiny drink me vial labeled Special Events. Chapter 1, The Queen's Holiday Croquet Match. The Queen of Hearts, who suspiciously resembled Leah G, bellowed, "Holidays! Holidays everywhere! But who authorized time off? Off with their vacation days?" A nervous playing card whispered, "Psst. Right-click the schedule like the Cheshire Cat right-clicks reality." Alice did so and created Wonderland Holidays. Instantly, the King of Hearts, a fussy old grandfather clock, declared, "January 1st shall be a holiday. All other days are treason." Chapter 2, The Tweedle Date War. The Tweedle twins, possibly Lady Z and Sandra Z, began arguing violently. "Memorial Day is the last Monday in May." "No, it's the first Monday in June." "You're both mad, it's whenever I say it is," shouted the Mad Hatter, throwing his broken pocket watch into the soup tureen of system time. The Griffin sighed, "Just use any year like sensible creatures." Alice clicked Add Holiday and, zap. All future years were suddenly booked with holidays, except Wednesdays, which turned into a jabberwock of floating dates. Chapter 3, The Schedule's Trial by Fire. The Mock Turtle sobbed into his calendar, but what about the poor workers who need to work holidays? Woe is me. The Cheshire Cat's grin appeared on the override button. Simple, my dear, add a special event, unless. Unless what? Alice cried. Unless the Queen demands work, roared the Queen, snatching priority one for herself. When I say it's a work day, it's a work day. The moral, or lack thereof, as Alice woke at her desk, she heard the Cheshire Cat's fading laugh. Every holiday is mad here, but check your special events and you'll be almost on vacation. Somewhere, a dormouse mumbled about overtime pay and went back to sleep in the unoccupied all-day time slot. The end, unless your calendar glitches. Which it always does during leap years. Next topic. Add the Haystack tag dictionary to a Niagara, and 4, station. JJ the boss rolls up in the Niagara 4 Impala, hydraulics bouncing to the beat of organized chaos. Ayo, fam. Time to drop some Haystack tag science with the Niagara 4 Chicas ride-in shotgun in this compressed air supercharged metadata machine. We bout to make this station so organized, even Miriama K would nod in approval. Step 1, the setup, aka Leah G demands order. Right now, your Niagara station is wildin' out like Sky B at an untagged rave. No structure, no labels, just chaos. Time to bring in the Haystack tag dictionary, the holy grail of metadata. Open the palette sidebar, that's the Impala's glove box where all the secret sauce lives. Filter for H rightward arrow Haystack tag dictionary, faster than the white rabbit late for tea time. Drag it out like you're Leah G snatching the auxiliary cord at a block party. Where it sits. Services folder, in the config trunk right next to Miriama K, cause she never loses track of details. Step 2, the tag dictionary tug of war, aka Sky BVS. The default tags. Your station already has a default Niagara tag dictionary, basic, like Tweedle Lady Z's wardrobe. But we upgrading to Haystack luxury metadata, baby. Expand services rightward arrow tag dictionary manager, that's the VIP lounge for tags. Drag Haystack dictionary into the manager, like Sky B crashing a tea party. Boom. Now you got 2 dictionaries, default Niagara tags equals basic rules, like the Dormouse snap schedule. Haystack tags equals industry standard flex, like Leah G's override power. Chaos level 10 moment, the Jabberwock equals corrupted tags. Suddenly, all your points are labeled Jabberwocky. The Cook's pepper equals duplicate tags. Miriama K sneezes at the mess. Tweedle twins equals arguing over equip versus point. Is it a sensor or a sandwich? Step 3, tagging like a boss, aka Miriama K's precision mode. Now, let's tag some points like the Queen of Hearts labeling roses red, or else. Right-click any point, rightward arrow edit tags. Haystack tags pop up, organized like Miriama K's sensor data. Discharge air temp fan speed CMD zone temp sensor save rightward arrow. Now your points are searchable, filterable, and ready for action. Pro tip, use equip for devices, point for sensors unless Sky B overrides you with chaos mode. Final boss mode, testing the system. Search for temp rightward arrow. All temp sensors appear, like the Cheshire Cat's grin magically. Filter by fan rightward arrow. Only fan points show up, no more digging like the white rabbit in a hurry. Try to tag nonsense rightward arrow. Miriama K side eyes you until you fix it. Mic drop. Now you got a Haystack tag system tighter than the Hatter's Tea Party, with Leah G equals tag override queen, priority 1 for metadata. Miriama K equals tag watchdog, keeps everything accurate. Sky B equals chaos mode, for last minute tag additions. Tag smart, Playa or the Queen will call for your metadata's head. Impala screeches away, tags blinking like override commands. Alice's Adventures in Tagland, a Niagara 4 Wonderland tale. Once upon a bouncy, Turbo blasting afternoon, Alice wasn't in a garden or a house, she was cruising in a chrome-plated Impala with hydraulics boinging up and down like a frog on hot pavement. JJ the boss was driving wearing Tea Party sunglasses and a crown made of haystack tags. Alice. She was in the front seat belt on, snacks in hand. "Welcome to Tagland, lil girl," JJ said. "We fixin' metadata or losin' our heads." Chapter 1, The Rave of Untagged Mayhem. Alice peeked into the glove box of config and gasped. "Everything's messy," she cried. The White Rabbit zoomed by on a hoverboard shouting, "No labels. No time." Tweedledee and Tweedledum were arguing over a fan tag. Is it fan CMD or CMD fan? The Dormouse just snored in the back seat with a tag that said unknown point. JJ pressed the red button labeled Haystack Cleanup. Boom. The Niagara Impala launched into metadata warp speed. Chapter 2, The Haystack Tea Party. Alice and the Chicas landed at a tea party inside the Tag Dictionary Manager. The Mad Hatter was pouring tea on a tag that said tea temp sensor. The March Hare was labeling the spoons as equipment. The Caterpillar puffed on a hookah while grumbling, "Who are you to tag things without a schema?" The Haystack Tag Dictionary floated down like a magic mushroom. "Eat me," said one part, "it made tags smart." "Drink me," said another, "it deleted nonsense." Alice clicked and dragged the Haystack Dictionary into the VIP Services folder. JJ winked. "Girl, you just leveled up." Chapter 3, The Jabberwocky of Corruption. Suddenly, the sky turned red. A giant tag monster appeared, the Jabberwock. It roared, "All your points are jabber blah blah." The Queen of Hearts screamed, "Off with his metadata." Miriama K jumped into action with a sword labeled Discharge Air Temp. "Tag smart or don't tag at all," she yelled. Alice pulled out her tablet, right-clicked a point, and added, "Zone Temp Sensor Fan Speed CMD Equip Poof." The Jabberwock exploded into little blinking override lights. Chapter 4, Croquet with Tags. Alice and the gang played croquet using flamingos for mallets and tags for balls. The Cheshire Cat floated in the sky, grinning. "Tagging's a riddle, my dear," he chuckled. "Why is a zone temp not like a return temp?" No one knew, not even the dodo, who was busy renaming sensors to Flamingo Speed CMD. Final chapter, Tagging like a queen. Back in the Niagara Impala, Alice searched temp. All her tagged points lined up like soldiers. She filtered fan and boom only fan points. She tagged a croissant air pressure CMD for fun. Miriama K gave her the look. JJ the boss revved the engine. Tag game strong. Metadata tight. Time to ride. The end. Alice smiled. She wasn't just a curious girl anymore, she was Alice, queen of organized chaos, and her metadata? Tagged to perfection. Mic drop. Impala bounces off into a rainbow tunnel of override commands.